What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I'm really excited to bring you the results of the Battle for Bedford, hosted by Bedford County Parks and Rec. So if you guys weren't aware, this was the Pro-Am B tier that was hosted by Foundation Disc Golf. We had Paul in the field, we had Brody in the field, and we had Hunter Thomas TDing it, so the whole Foundation team was in here. We had these guys playing on what looked to be a very difficult layout, and the scores are definitely a reflection of how hard the layout that they put together was. So I was kind of hoping that they would put together a course that would be something similar to what they want to see on the Pro Tour moving forward course-wise. And I think someone winning at 11 under par after 2 rounds is like kind of that sweet spot for disc golf where the course isn't too hard to where nobody's getting birdies, but every birdie at this point was earned. Like, obviously, if these players are shooting that much over par, there's probably a really high amount of challenging holes, challenging par 3s, which leaves birdies being very rewarding. And there's a lot more separation holes, which is why Paul was probably able to win by 6 strokes. Very impressive showing out of Barry Schultz, though. Barry Schultz, 2-time world champ, older guy, usually plays Masters, but showed up, played MPO, and he was 1 stroke behind Paul. I'm sure he was, thinking about winning this thing going into that second round, and he still played good. He shot 10-19. He's obviously still a really good player at 10-26 rated. So I'm not surprised Barry did well, but it was just good to see him out playing in this comp. Now, I was a little bit disappointed when I saw the results for Brody. Brody did not do very well, so we can type Brody in here. Brody came in 14th place. He shot 994, so he shot a hot first round. He must have been putting really well or something, but second round, I don't know. He's been getting tired in like this 3rd round of tournaments, but he said he feels like pretty good in the first round, and then he just starts feeling worse as the round goes on. But I think he just had a bad round here. He shot 944 rated, and Brody was talking a lot of smack, saying that he's definitely going to be 1,000 rated very soon. And if he comes out and shoots 944 rated rounds, then that's not going to be something that's going to happen anytime soon. So hopefully he can turn that around. Hopefully he can start playing better. And I'm jealous of all the people that got to come play at this tournament. It was it seemed like a really cool event, and I'm sure that Paul and Brody will have the full round out on Foundation Disc Golf sometime in the near future. They just finished. It's Monday here in Australia, Sunday night in America. So hopefully they get this round out to us soon enough, because I'm really excited to see, and I'll definitely make a video about how Brody played in that event and how Paul played in that event as well. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was my predictions for the DGLO. And last year we had Paul McBeth winning by just 1 stroke. He played really well. It's a really tough course, and there's a lot of good players in the field this year. So we had Paul winning, and then some guys we probably won't see in the top 10 again, and then some guys that we might see in the top 10 again. We're obviously going to see Calvin in the top 10. Adam Hamez is always eyeballing, trying to compete for the win after his performance at the Hall of Fame Classic last year. So hopefully we can see another breakout event out of Adam. I think hopefully he's still kind of riding the hype from last year, and I feel like there's a perception that he's this really, really, really talented player that can beat Paul and that can win some of these Pro Tour events because of what he did at the Hall of Fame Classic. Granted, he didn't even win that event. Calvin won. But we want to see him take that energy from last year and bring it into this year and put himself in a chance where he's at least fighting for the win at in that last round. I'd really like to see Adam Hamez step up for this one. So if we look at the field this year, we have obviously Simon, we have Nico, Garrett Gerthy, Barsby, Conrad, there's Eagle, there's Paul Ulibarri, there's Zach Melton's been known to play pretty well here. A lot of good players here. Reed Friscara plays well here. Drew Gibson, he can play well here. So we have a lot of great players. Zachariah Johnson was obviously up in the top few spots last year. So if we look at this course, it's a very hard technical course. I mean, you're starting right off with a 605-foot par 3. Granted, it's a massive downhill. Like, these are the kinds of birdie opportunities that, like, some tournaments would call a par 4, but it would just be a really soft, easy par 4 where people just, like, lay up to the middle and then not even give themselves a chance. This is the kind of hole that I really like to see because it does take that element of difficulty right where it needs to be, especially when it's windy. Like, having to throw, you either have to have gigantic forehand power or you have to throw a very difficult turnover to find yourself with a look for two. And I think this is the kind of hole that we want to see on the Pro Tour. And I want to see players challenge their skill set. And I think this is a course that really does challenge a player's skill set. Great lefty hole, though. Zach Melton should be looking to get a stroke on this hole every round, but didn't get very close on that one, but that's okay. So my predictions for who's going to win, I honestly think Paul's going to win again. Paul wants that three-peat. He's already won it twice, but I think if Paul doesn't win it, I think that it's time for Simon Lizotte to get a win. We haven't seen Simon win a Pro Tour event in a hot minute, and he's been playing really well, and he's been injured, so he's had an excuse to not throw Simon lines. And it's funny, but Simon's going to keep finishing better and better and better and better as long as he stops, playing for the cameras and playing for the crowd. And that's what we like to see from Simon Lizotte, but we really want to see Simon win an event. And I know a lot of people just want to have Simon be the entertainer, play super good, get on lead card, and then throw a bunch of Simon lines and make it really exciting. But I really want to see Simon win one of these events, and I know you guys want to see Simon win one of these events as well. Leave it in the comments section down below who you think's going to win DGLO. Thank you for watching Iceberg TV, and one huge thanks to the patrons. And if you want to check out Iceberg TV merch, I just put a couple new shirts in there, so the link is in the description below for both of those things. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV, and take care.